Hello and welcome to Piano Shack with me, Woody. Now, some of you might be wondering why I do this YouTube thing. Why am I still making videos? It's a lot of effort and time, as I'm sure you can understand. And sometimes I ask myself the same thing. So let's have a little chat and figure out, why am I doing YouTube? Let's rewind the clock about 6 or 7 years and discuss why I started this channel in the first place. Well, at that time, I'd already stopped watching mainstream TV. Don't really watch much Netflix either, but I got hooked on a lot of YouTube channels that were just individual guys like myself that were sharing their passion and their hobby. It might have been radio-controlled airplanes, or it could have been arcades, or music, of course. And I saw a lot of these channels, was very inspired to see what they'd done and the communities that they'd built up. Really, for me, the reason I started the channel was more of a curiosity thing. I wonder what it's like to run a YouTube channel, and I wonder if I can do it. It was a bit of a challenge to myself as well. I had no goals of getting any income or growing the channel to larger numbers. It was just curiosity. What's it like to have your own YouTube channels and make videos? So that's the reason I got started all those years ago. But now we're almost 70,000 subscribers later and many millions of views. And I ask myself, and some of you might be wondering as well, why am I still doing it 7 years later? Let's talk about what it's not about and what it's never been about, and that's money. I did not start this channel to make money. I had no intentions of making any income or revenue streams or any of that kind of stuff. And still today, that applies. I have no interest in making this into a business or earning money from it. Now, as many of you will point out, I have a Patreon page where people can donate freely to me if they wish to do so. And I also have AdSense enabled. So I do get some revenue from Google for the ads that play at the start and sometimes at the ends of the videos. But if all of that was to go away, if I got zero income from running this channel, I'd still be making videos. This, guys, is my passion and my hobby. I do it for fun. This is not my day job. I have a proper day job where I go into that room, sit in front of the computer and do programming and stuff. And that gets me a lot more money than I could ever get from doing YouTube. So this is something I do in my spare time. It's a hobby, a passion project, and something that I enjoy a lot. But that's not the main reason why we're doing this anyway. So yes, as you've noted, I have advertisements on the channel, but I could double my monthly revenues just by clicking on the little box on all of my videos and enabling mid-roll ads. But they're super annoying. I don't need the money, so I haven't checked that box, and I hope some of you appreciate that as well. The other thing is I get lots of offers to do sponsored videos, feature some gear, do a review of something that can be either music related or non-music related, but I turn them all down. Again, it's because this is not a business. I don't need the money. I'm doing it for fun. And let's be honest, these ads and product placements in the middle of videos are super annoying. For those of you, my fellow YouTubers that are doing it because you have to, that's fine if this is your source of income, but for me, it's not, so I see no reason to spoil my videos by putting advertisements in the middle. So the sun has come out since I started shooting this video, so it's probably completely ruining the shot and messing up the exposure, but let's press on. Starting the YouTube channel has been a fantastic learning experience for me, and this was one of the reasons I started it, to challenge myself and learn some new skills. You have to learn how to present yourself on camera, which is extremely challenging. Just go and watch some of my early videos if you want to see how goofy I was in the beginning.
This is the Roland Fat 08, and it's the same as the Fat 06, but just a little bit bigger.
Still something I'm trying to improve, but this has really helped me, I think. Also talk to the camera and also do presentations at work and speak in front of a crowd. Stuff like that has become so much easier because I've got some experience from doing YouTube videos. So that's been really helpful. I've learned how to shoot videos, operate the cameras, everything about the lighting, the camera gear, how to edit videos in DaVinci Resolve or whatever it might be, how to capture and post-process the audio. So many useful skills I've learned over the years. And yes, it has taken years for me to build up these skills and knowledge. So I did have a list somewhere of all of the key points I wanted to bring up. Just a second. I'll have it over here somewhere. Okay, so the next point I wanted to make was that, yeah, I'm earning a bit of money, so that's a bonus. And I do use it to invest back into the channel, of course. The cameras I'm shooting with here are kind of expensive and I switch them out every couple of years, all of the lights. I use it to buy synths, software as well. But as a bonus, yes, I have received a bit of free gear and free software over the years, so let's talk briefly about that. Firstly, there is no such thing as a free lunch. That really applies. I've been very fortunate and honoured and privileged and very grateful to have received a few keyboards from the manufacturers over the years. Synths, audio interfaces, accessories and so on. Again, hugely grateful for. But they're not free. Even though I haven't paid for them, do not think that they are for free. There are strings attached. The manufacturer expects me to publish a video, an unboxing, a review, some demos, some tutorials, so on and so on. If they release a firmware release, a new firmware version or a new software version, then there are expectations that I install that, make a new video, demonstrate it with you. The point I'm getting to is that for this free keyboard that maybe cost $500, I'm probably having to spend 50, 60, 70 hours of work to make the content, share it with you. Also, let's consider the hours I've spent honing my skills and building up the community. That's something that the manufacturers want to tap into as well. So that free synthesizer cost me hundreds of hours of work. And just think about this. Your time and my time has a price. If you put $50 an hour on our time, which is a limited resource, we're all on this planet for a short amount of time, it's actually a lot cheaper for me just to go to the music store and buy gear than it is to have it sent to me for free and then make a lot of content about it. So that's just something to consider. Having said that, I am super grateful, but mainly not because it's free, because I'm always looking for opportunities and interesting gear to feature on the channel. You don't want me just to cover the same synthesizers over and over again. I need some turnaround of new and interesting gear to keep me interested, to keep you interested, and to help grow the channel. And that's the real reason that I need to get free gear. And not just that, I've loaned a lot. The actual percentage of stuff shown on the channel here that was free is very small. It's 2 or 3 synthesizers. The rest of it has been loaned, and I send it back after doing the demos and reviews, or I've bought it myself. Oh, one more thing. You've seen me using a lot of software as well. I'm in the very fortunate position now to get a lot of software licenses for free, but I don't consider that to be any form of payment whatsoever, because a license key for a software program is non-transferable. I can't sell it, I can't exchange it for anything of monetary value, so it's very helpful to me. I mean, in all cases, a software license is just some way of you renting the program, really. Even if there's no guarantee the program will be available in 5 or 10 years. And in fact, as YouTube creators, a lot of the time, the deal that we're offered is that we get a loan of the software. They'll give you a license that maybe expires after a year. But anyway, during that time, you can make videos, and that's still something I appreciate. Otherwise, I'd have to spend all my hard-earned cash to buy the licenses. So it's always good to get stuff for free, because it means I can make interesting videos for you. Not sure what this knob is doing. Okay, I do have one stupid, arbitrary goal for this channel. We're at 70,000 subscribers now. I never imagined I'd get to that kind of number. When I started the channel, I set myself a little challenge of getting perhaps 100, 500, I don't remember exactly what it was, 1,000 subscribers. I got 1,000 subscribers after about 6 months, if I recall. But yeah, so those numbers are way gone. So I've got to 70. What I'd really love to achieve, just as some kind of certificate of achievement, would be to get 100,000. That's that magic number, of course, for all of us YouTube content creators that are below 100K. Yeah, 100K, and then you get this nice YouTube plaque, the silver play button. I'd love to have one of those, and it would make my son so proud to know that his father has a silver play button. In fact, this YouTube thing is the only way that I'm remotely cool with my son. So yeah, I'd love to get that. The channel seems to be creeping up very slowly in subscriber numbers at the moment, so I've got a hunch it might take me months, if not years, to reach that target, after which I have a hunch that YouTube will have discontinued this silver play button, because I imagine they're having to send them out to thousands, hundreds of thousands of content creators. So probably by the time I reach 100K, they have stopped that offer. But anyway, until then, I'm just going to press on. But that's just a silly, arbitrary goal. That's not the reason I'm running this channel. Another thing is the opportunities. I've met so many other cool fellow YouTube creators at various events. Yes, I've been invited to events as well, like the Roland event. All expenses paid, visit to London, to the Abbey Road studios, for example. That's one thing that was extremely awesome. That's an example of the opportunities that starting a YouTube channel and growing it can present you with. And I had no idea any of this would happen at the time. And then establishing contacts as well with people within the industry, within artist representatives, at the musical instrument manufacturers. I've worked with Roland, Korg, Yamaha, of course, Casio, Native Instruments, Spectrasonics, just to name a few, some huge companies. And funnily enough, when I was younger, I'd watch some of the YouTube demo guys, the manufacturer demo guys, like Bert, the legendary Yamaha guy on YouTube. And I kind of said to myself, oh, I wish I could do that. That would be an awesome job. And in a way, just by doing this completely myself, I've somehow kind of achieved a similar status, I think. I have done demos for all of these big synthesizer brands, and I'm not just locked into one brand, so that's also pretty awesome. I can feature all of the gear from all of the companies. I've got no ties to any of these companies and no loyalties either. So yeah, opportunities is another reason I'm still doing this YouTube channel. Okay, let's get on to the main reason, and apologies if I'm rambling a little bit too much, but I think this is an interesting discussion after so many years of running the channel and being connected with you, my viewers. So let's talk a little bit about the main reason, and that is it's still fun for me. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing it. I did have a short period of about 6 months when I didn't have a day job and I was trying to do YouTube as a way of making a living. And I could just about scrape it together. I was at that time having a go at selling piano courses, my piano inspiration series and so on, working with Skillshare. I did try doing a couple of sponsored videos, but it felt really dirty, didn't enjoy it. And in fact, that period taught me that you don't really want to mix your business with your hobby, because I felt some of the enjoyment draining away. And now this is just a hobby again. I do it in my spare time, part-time. And I'm once again really enjoying it again. What was the point I was trying to get to here? Yeah, one thing I learned is that you can scrape together a living on YouTube just about with my size of channel. Ideally, I think you need to have it 2 or 3 times bigger, but I could just about do it. But I was earning very, very little money, way below the minimum wage for a lot of hours of work. And then I got a regular job again, and it was a lot less effort and a lot more money. So yeah, if you're looking for an easy way of making a living, it's not YouTube. So as long as it's fun and enjoyable, I'll still do it. Music has been my passion since I was about 10 years old, making music with synthesizers and keyboards. And it still is. I don't see that changing. I occasionally have dropped playing the keyboards and learned to play the bass or the drums or the guitar. There's been quite long periods of my life where I haven't worked so much with keyboards. And perhaps that's something we can explore as some new kind of video topics in the future as well. But the main reason actually is the encouragement I get from you, my viewers, in the comments section and the emails I get. I get so much positive feedback from you, and I can't thank you enough. And that, in a nutshell, is the reason I'm still doing this. A lot of YouTubers complain. I see that they get negative comments, spiteful comments, harmful comments, and that really sucks. But honestly, for me, in the 7 years I've been doing this, I think it's probably less than 5 mean comments, maybe less than 10. People have been truly supportive generally. And we're talking about millions of comments during that time. Just 5, 10 have upset me a little bit, but not so much anyway. You've just got to have a thick skin when you're doing this kind of thing. It doesn't bother me. My self-confidence is okay. So yeah, I was able to push on without getting too upset. And the vast majority, 99.99999% of comments and feedback I get is super positive, and that's why I keep making videos. If I didn't get the positive feedback that you guys are appreciating what I'm doing, then I simply wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth my while. Yeah, I get emails from people saying that what I'm doing here is inspiring them and even changing their life, which is just nuts. Wow. So thank you so much for all the positive feedback, and please keep it coming, not just for me, but all your favorite YouTube creators. This is the reason why we keep doing it. And I have to shout out my Patreons, or my patrons, and my channel members. They're is possibilities for you guys to support me. Just pay a small couple of dollars monthly donation if you wish to do so, but absolutely no obligations. But that's also a very motivating factor. There's been some rough patches through my YouTube career where the growth doesn't seem to be what I think I deserve and so on, but there has always been a steady stream. There's about 50, 100 of you, I guess, that are regularly donating very, very generously to me and the channel. And that fact that a few of you are willing to dig into your pockets and pay me some money because you appreciate so much what I'm doing, that is extremely motivational as well. Yeah, the words and the comments are nice as well, but when there's a few of you actually paying me to continue doing this, then that is super motivating. Thank you to one and all. Yeah, I think that's mostly all of the points. One final reason I'm doing this. I mean, I'm consider myself a fairly average player. I have some knowledge of synthesizers, keyboards and pianos and stuff. I've been doing this for 40 years, like I said. But I'm not exceptional. I consider myself pretty average. But even so, I think I can share a lot of the knowledge that I have with beginners, people starting out that are even less experienced than myself. And that just feels worthwhile. Yeah, that's it. This is worthwhile for me to share what I know and help others. That makes it all worthwhile as well. It's a really good feeling. You know this. If you go and help somebody with something, it feels good. It makes you feel good, the helper. And that's another reason I do this. It sounds a bit pompous. Yeah, I know, I can hear that myself, so apologies for that. But the fact that I'm able to help people. And if you look at my YouTube channel page or my web page, the tagline is Woody Piano Shack, helping you make music. And that's always what it's been about. I'm not trying to show you what a great player I am, because I'm not. I'm not trying to tell you how much I know and how good I am at making beats or whatever it might be. No, I'm just here to share with you what I know, and I realized from some of the comments that it is helping some of you out. That feels worthwhile. And yeah, that's another reason why I'm still doing this. Whew, so yeah, that was pretty much it. To the viewers, thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, keep leaving your positive comments, keep subscribing. If you're not subscribed, now is the chance to do it. I never nag you to subscribe or click the bell icon, but I've just done it anyway, so sorry about that. To the manufacturers, any brands that might be watching, please do keep sending me gear. I'm not necessarily asking for free stuff. In fact, I don't really have space or any need for any more gear at the moment, but I am really appreciative if you lend me stuff so that I can feature it here on the channel. You don't have to pay me, I'll do it for free. Just cover the shipping to here and the return shipping, and I'll make videos demonstrating your products. The main aim for me is just to keep the channel interesting, keep featuring fresh gear, have a nice turnover of interesting products, synthesizers and keyboards to share with my community. That's all, I promise. We're done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. And I hope this wasn't a waste of time and that everything was completely blown out. Can you see my face? We'll see. I'll see you next time. Cheerio.